Hi guys, it's me Arielle from the Passion Community, and today's episode of Media Space will be very different. Well, the build-up of it will be very different since I will not be talking about the series, but more about a certain thing we see often on the internet. And second of all, the building of the episode will be different too. It won't be in the FAQ form, but it will be in a different form and it will be very different. The reason is making an FAQ about memes is not, let me put this, it's not suitable, if you know what I mean. It's not like explaining the lore or something, or explaining, I don't explain a lot with memes, but in the series we explain a lot of lore and a lot of things, so FAQ suits, but for memes, it would just be like something I'll talk about since to take a break of talking about series. I'm going to talk about other things since Media Space isn't only about series, but I'm thinking that this episode will be different. Also, why I'm talking about memes in such a month like February, you're like, hey, we should talk about something that relates to Valentine's Day. Well, the five series that I'm doing begin with all for Valentine's Day. And in February, I don't want this month to be all over Valentine's Day. I just want like three series or two series, like it will be more like three series that will have Valentine's Day, and then the two other series that is on my channel. We'll talk about different things, and it's important that the whole February isn't concentrating on Valentine's Day since it's only on February 14th. It's not all over the month. It's like December or October. You know, so after Valentine's Day, I can talk about other things. And this episode of Media Space, we'll talk about memes. It's something that I figured about. And also in this episode, it's not a lot about explaining something to make you more understand. It is more to express something that I've been seeing on the internet, and also to unconfuse some people about the meaning of memes, then explaining a lore. So that's why it isn't a FAQ form. It will be more within picture, even in a short explanation, and it goes on. It's like an album, like a book. When you have an illustration and something short is written, it will be exactly like this for this episode. So before this intro gets too long, let's get into the start of the episode. See you there. Now, to start off this episode, I'm going to talk about the explaining of the meaning of meme. If you want to know, a meme is something that you can laugh at because not because it is funny, but because you relate to it, you laugh. It's more like something that people can relate to each other in memes without doing it intentionally. It does in community. And the reason for it is because a meme is supposed to make you laugh, but also to remind you of something you have already done or something that you usually do. It's more like something that pops up, and you're like, "Oh, I relate to that. Oh, my friend does the same. Oh, I know what that means," or "Oh yeah, I actually do that." Or you're laughing because it's just funny. And meme is something that attracts people because it's something that they usually do. It's like, in a series when you relate to a character because it is like you, well, a meme does the same. People does memes because they want to attract people by actually doing something that might relate some people. Or may, or certain. And we also pick some things on the internet that we see and we do memes about it because we're thinking that it's ridiculous or it's just a great idea to put as a meme. And and just like this here, there was a spider. It's gone now. Well, it's more like exaggerated here. Memes sometimes just exaggerated because it wants to attract people. And if it's exaggerated, then people will be like, huh, come on, we know we won't do that. And it attracts some people because it is exaggerated. Memes are making like ads of something. Like the commercial of a shoe. Well, the meme does same thing. If it is exaggerated, people will be attracted by this meme. But also, why people are disfigured some things to make memes? The thing is, when we disfigured something in video and meme about it, some people laugh because they're like, oh yeah, this one is ridiculous, or oh, this topic is ridiculous, or oh, someone is really bad at doing this, and we're laughing at it because we're like, oh yeah, sure, and we relate to that thing. There's also memes about a lot of series, it's like Another Boss, Sonic, or Animal Jam, Winx Club, anything you can think of, we're always gonna be a meme about it. The meme that is about the series will be about the lore or a scene in the series. The people make a meme about it. You know this sort of in a nutshell. Yeah, I've heard of it, right? In a nutshell, sounds like a meme. It's like a parody recap of something. Memes does the same thing with series. So this is what the meaning of meme is to do a recap of something that we see in an exaggerated way. Now, let's get to another section. Okay, so for the second section, we're going to look at the impact of these memes on the internet. Number one thing is that when something new comes on the internet about something, someone will make a meme about it. It's like over here. Apple announcing a new iPhone and their users who can wait to make memes hitting on it. You see, this is a right example of impact. When something new announces on the internet, for example, someone who makes memes will make something like this to remind people that, oh, info users will do that. So we do a meme about it. And that makes people laugh because we're like, oh yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. The second impact on it is that whatever something happens in the end, like an ridiculous event or on a very catastrophe event, something worse happens, like in on the internet than just dramas or what I could say, dramas too. Something that is like this, people will make memes about it to kind of calm down the atmosphere of the event. But sometimes doing a meme about it is wrong because it's like you're involving yourself into it in the wrong way. You're just supporting the event when you do a meme. To make a meme that doesn't involve you supporting the event is to do something that people are like, ah, no, this is not the meme that is wrong. It is right. And, you know, you have to make your meme that has a good impact to the internet. Because some of the memes don't have a good impact. And some of them include some people getting hurt, and it's just bad. Impacts can be like this. A meme is like love. You can like the meme, or you can hate the meme. The meme can not include you, or the meme can include you. The meme can scare you, sometimes it doesn't scare you. The meme takes in different forms, And whatever how the meme is made, the impact will be different. Like for example, what there was this weird event 1 year ago in January 2024 with Fables who actually spent $50,000 on a Charlie animation. I heard of that. A lot of people done memes about it, and the reason for it is because we find it ridiculous and we want to make people laugh and say to our mind, oh, this is ridiculous, and we laugh about it. Some of the people makes parodies of that one video that Verbalize did, and this works like a sort of meme because it always repeats on themselves. So impacts like this, memes are done to make people laugh, but also to warn people and also to make the to make the internet look less bad. People make memes about it to laugh about it and ridiculate those things. But sometimes ridiculate something is bad, especially if it's a catastrophe or something really good happened, but someone makes a bad picture of it, if you know what I mean. You know, memes can have good and bad impacts. And this is what I wanted to say in this podcast here. Whatever your meme is made, there's always gonna be an impact. And those impacts sometimes are good, sometimes are bad, or sometimes we're just like, what the hell? You know? And all of that said, let's talk about something else about memes that might confuse some people a bit. Okay, so the difference between an animation meme and a meme, well, to start off, a meme is a picture that has writing on it and is very exaggerated. And also, those memes aren't repeated in the sort of writing, but the image does repeat. While in animation meme, the animation doesn't get repeated, but the music is repeated. Let me explain. An animation meme is about a series or a show or a movie character they want to animate. The animate poses are technically the same, but if you animate is different, but the music and probably the poses aren't different. So an animation meme is that way. But a meme is a picture that repeats itself, but the writing isn't repeating itself. An animation meme, the music in the pauses repeats, but the characters in the background changes. Here you go, you have the whole difference between an animation meme and a meme. And now let's get into the conclusion. But before that, the impact of animation memes is that a lot of people repeat them, and repeat them, which makes the meme popular. This is the only impact that I could have in my head, well, in my mind, for that. And all of that said, let's get into the conclusion of this episode. For the conclusion of this episode, well, I'm actually very happy that I did something different than me, than series in this episode. And I've been looking for different things that I can talk of the internet, and I did today. And the thing that I explained was about memes. I explained the meaning of it, the impact of it, and sort of at the same time making a good meme, how to make a good meme also. Also explain what is an animation meme while making a difference between an animation meme and a meme. 5 things explained in 3 sections in today's episode. The reason also why I didn't do an FAQ form, which I did explain in the introduction, but I'm gonna explain it more in detail again here. The reason why I haven't done an FAQ form is because we'll have to it will have short questions, not short questions, but we're not gonna be mini questions, and I want to have around 11, 12 questions per episode with a series, but when it's something different than a series, show, game, or movie, like memes, or just like a form, like something different that I've seen on the internet that I want to explain it, then it's not in FAQ form. However, I did say movie for FAQ form, but I can also say it in the way that I'm doing now, since it's not a series but a movie. Perhaps that's that I'm saying about the franchise of a movie, then it would be in FAQ form. But if I explain one movie in particular, it won't be in FAQ form. So that's what I wanted to say in the outro. But also about that I'm hoping that you guys will see more the difference with the explanation that I've did. And I'm also hoping you will be more careful if you were the type of guy to make negative memes, that you now would do positive memes and more funnier one, and doing them at the right moment. But right now, I'm gonna give you like a sort of idea, but I don't want to, spread it negatively. The election of the president of 2024, that is on November 5th. That was around November. I know this episode is set for February, but in case you haven't done anything, like you haven't done a meme before February, this is the sort of idea that I could give that is around November by now. The time I'm recording this episode is in November, and I could say the election for the presidential for 2024 is a good idea for me because I bet there are going to be a lot of things. Because this episode is recorded on November 3rd, that's why I'm saying it. But an idea here, in case you haven't done the meme. But all of that said, let's get into another episode of Media Space, or another video, or another series, or another blog, or another gameplay. I do a lot of things in this channel. If you have already seen what I'm done on this channel, you'll say I do a lot. So all of that said, see you at our next episode of Media Space. Bye guys.